I was sick for 3 weeks, so I haven't done anything. But the garden's still alive, even though we got a light frost. It's been a very long time because I've been sick. So here's a quick garden tour because I'm finally not sick. There are so many tomatoes that I need to harvest right now. Some of them split because of the rain, which is fine. Those will go to the chickens. Chaos, chaos, more chaos. I had to strap up these tomatoes because they got too heavy. So this is the hilarious solution to the plan. But yeah, it's good. More zucchini, more tomatoes, dill seeds, kale and rhubarb from seed, the cilantro making flowers, the basil flowers, more zucchini, Brussels sprouts, more tomatoes and beans. I'm just letting the beans go, harvesting for fresh eating, but mostly letting them go to seed or set seeds in the pods so that we can have beans for winter. Chaos in there. Yeah, it's a whole thing. Cucumbers. It got down to 2 Celsius, which is like 38, I think, is good math on that. And everything still kind of survived. Caterpillars. Chinese cabbage is coming. It's like kind of working out. The corn is just now tasseling. The pears are getting ripe. It's chaos in here. My brassica cage is working out. This is a nonsense nightmare of chaos. There's a pumpkin back there with a bird that pooped on it. This pumpkin is enormous and took over my peas. These Brussels sprouts are starting to form. Put arches to support this volunteer pumpkin, which I think is the same variety as the one that's over there. The big bastards. So I'm just wrapping it around and training it up and over. Yeah, we just got a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, so I'm letting these Berlotti beans just get fully ripe, and I'm just trying to try and let them all dry on the vine. And yeah, cucumbers, more cucumbers, so we can make pickles. Yeah, you know, New Zealand spinach, carrots in the madness. And then there's probably, there's overripe yellow squash in there that I need to get, and then under pollinated because this is just overgrown massive chaos. It's fine. And it has powdery mildew like there's no tomorrow, which is also fine. We've got some nonsense happening in here, but it'll be okay. This is the nonsense cabbage that made little cabbages, but our spring cabbages never actually gave us cabbages. So it's okay. Yeah. These are all volunteers. I threw Colette seeds in here, and then this is what it's setting off. I had so many different varieties all flowering at the same time, so everything's across, right? So I have no idea if these actually taste any good, and there's like a million of them, so I should start weeding them out and just eating them. And yeah, that one's super big and happy, so that should stay. But all these little guys, maybe we should do something with. Yeah, yellow beets. I heard something that sounded maybe like a frog a second ago. Not positive, but yeah, chaos. This is just a bunch of brassicas, parsnips, and then 2 rows of beets. My harvest basket, which I will as soon as I'm done showing you the major progress in the greenhouse. Hi, chickens. You are chickens. You are silly, silly chicks. Yeah, and the major development is this. I've completely redone the greenhouse again. I've decided to try and do in-ground beds to get better everything next year. But as you can see, a kitten has been through here, which is fine because there was a mouse in here. So hopefully they came through here to hunt the mouse as opposed to poop in the bed. So far I don't see or smell any cat poop in here, so I think we're okay. But I do see, like, where I had planted peas, those got dug out. So I do think a mouse came through here. So I'm going to hope the cat got the mouse. There's also a frog that lives in here. Don't think we're going to see him right now. But yeah, this is the progress. And then once it gets cold, this is my turmeric. I've got turmeric and ginger and a bunch of tomatoes in here. So once it gets like killing frosty, or I decide that I'm done trying to prolong the harvest on these things that aren't doing very well, I'll break down all of these containers and move them outside. This has potatoes in it. So I tried to do a planting of Christmas potatoes. Yeah. So, you know, things are going okay. They're not perfect. They're going okay. But it'll work. And then more of my colettes that I let seed last year. I just am letting them kind of sporing around. So I'm sure one of those seeds just flung into this bed. So we'll see what happens. But this has a bunch of, those are leeks that I transplanted from another bucket. And then a bunch of like salad greens and stuff. And I started rainwater collection systems. So there's one there and one there. And I'm going to build another one to go on that gutter back there. So it'll be slightly more sustainable, energy friendly. And this is still my favorite part of the garden, with the leek flower and the beans going up the trellis. And when you harvest them young like this, they're good to use as a green bean, and then like that for letting them get big and hard to use as a dried bean. So yeah, I'm just letting it happen and saving seed for next year. Whew. Chaos. And I'm getting rid of those. Trying to make changes. Trying to make smart changes.